All right, so just look at me, ignore the camera, start by saying and spelling your first and last name, your position, and your grade.
All right, so Trey Sticky, TRACESTOOKEY. I'm center, 2022.
All right, so
Senior.
Senior.
Yep.
My years got all messed up. So kind of talk about the lessons you're going to learn from last year going into this year.
The biggest thing that I feel like I've learned is playing together, playing as a team. I feel like that's really important. And sorry.
No, you're fine. You can start over whenever you like.
Okay. Playing together and playing as a team, I feel like is really important. And building like that bond over the summer has been like a big thing that we've been like working on. So.
As a senior, what's the message you said building a bond together? What else have you been working on to be successful?
Doing the little things right. I think that's super important. Being able to give 110% every single day. I think that's really important. Working hard and striving for perfection.
What specifically on the field are you guys going to have to do to have a winning season?
Holding on to the ball. Making sure no turnovers, being perfect technique, and being able to block guys up.
Talk about the role that you have as a senior trying to get these younger guys ready for the game.
Enthusiasm, getting guys excited, getting them ready. There's always a little bit of jitters going into a football game, and it's good to get people excited, get people ready.
Senior year, what's going to be a successful senior year for you?
As long as we play together and we do our best every single snap, I'll be happy with the outcome.
Anything else you'd like to say?
That's all.
All right, thank you so much, man. All right, so just look at me, ignore the camera. Start off by saying and spelling your first, last name, your grade, and your position, please.
Isaiah Coutoist, ISAIAHCOURTOIS. I play on the O-line, and I'm a senior.
All right, so Isaiah, talk about the lessons that you learned from last year, your junior year, going into your senior year.
Mainly just like playing through adversity. Like I was hurt for a lot of the season, but just playing through, like even if we're like just down, just never giving up and just like learning to play through that and also adversity.
Talk about the big adversity was COVID and all the changes that you guys had to go through. How excited are you that it's kind of lessened as the year's gone on?
I'm very excited about that. I'm just happy to have the opportunity to play football. You know, it's just like my senior season just to end, and you know, just the opportunity, because not everyone gets to play. Just being able to play is just something I'm grateful for.
Talk about the emotion that you're feeling going into your senior year. You said you were hurt a little bit last year.
Yeah.
Just talk about the emotion that you're feeling.
I'm very excited. I can't wait to get back on the field, and just like the feeling of competing against others is just a great feeling. I can't wait for it.
Talk about what you guys specifically have to do on the field to be successful.
Just keeping the ball and playing together. If we play together, we're a tough team to beat, and I think that's how we can find our success. That if we play together, play as a unit, I think we can be a really good team.
As a senior, you have a specific job of getting these younger guys ready and all your other seniors. What is the big message that you are really stressing to these younger kids?
One saying that we have on our team is how you do anything is how you do everything. So it's like focusing on the little details and doing everything right so that we can be successful on Friday nights.
You wanted to be successful. What's going to be a successful senior year for you when it's all said and done?
Just knowing that we tried to get better every single day, not determining our value in like wins and losses, but just knowing that determining our value in like how hard we work in every single game and every single practice and every single workout.
Anything else you'd like to say, Isaiah?
No, that's it.
All right, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So start off by saying and spelling your first, last name, your grade, and your position, please.
My name is Dane Koontz, DANEKOONTZ. I am a senior this year, and I play defensive back.
All right, so Dane, talk about the lesson that you learned from last year going into this year.
Going into this year, one of the lessons I learned was to take advantage and enjoy every moment I have, because at any moment it could be taken away from me, whether that's COVID or an injury. My sophomore year, I broke my wrist, and it took away a lot of my junior season on top of that. So I'm just learning that I gotta enjoy every moment I have, and going into the senior year, I gotta remember that every moment along the way. That could be taken from me at any point. I just gotta enjoy that.
Talk about the emotions that you have that you actually get to have a senior year. That COVID is starting to become a thing of the past. Talk about the emotions that you have going through your heart.
Emotions of it is I am very thankful that I get less of a chance for it to be a roadblock throughout the season, COVID-related roadblock. I just hope that for both me and my team especially, that we don't have to worry about anything, because I know when it comes to COVID, if it takes out anybody on the team, it could be a problem for us as a whole. So I just hope that everyone is able to stay safe and if everyone's able to stay safe along the whole trip of the whole season long, then we'll be fine in the end.
What specifically do you guys have to do on the field, schemes and everything, to be successful?
On the field, as long as we can have our team chemistry and be close with each other, if we can rely on the people that's next to us on the field, on our brothers on the field, as long as we can play together and have that team chemistry, I feel that we will be very successful throughout the season.
What in your mind, like record-wise, achievement-wise, will be a successful senior year for you?
A successful season for me would be taking every game one at a time and finishing it through the end. And when it comes to November, us playing as long as we possibly can take it and play together with our brothers and just enjoy it.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks so much, man.
Thank you so much.
All right, so start off by saying and spelling your first and last name, give me your position and your grade level.
All right, my name is Connor Swissy, Connor Suissi. I'm a senior and I play defensive back.
Connor, what are the lessons that you learned from last year that you really want to hit hard to these kids and your other seniors this year?
Last year I learned that your season can be taken from you within a matter of months, days from COVID, and I'm really looking forward to playing every game with the last bit of me I have.
What are you guys hammering what are you and the rest of the seniors hammering to these younger kids that you want to translate into success on the field?
Mostly play for your brother next to you, and how you do everything is how you do anything.
What specifically on the field do you guys have to do to be successful?
Like I said before, play for the brother next to you. Don't be selfish and have the team chemistry.
What in your mind will constitute a successful senior year when you put up the pads at the end of the year?
A successful senior year to me would be playing as long as we can get, but still being grateful for how far we do make it, and really playing every game till we can.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
All right, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Good job. All right, so start off by saying and spelling your first and last name, your position, and your grade level, please.
Kyle Dawson, Kyle Dawson. I'm a senior. I play offensive tackle.
All right, so talk about the lessons that you learned from last year going into this year.
We really worked as a team really well last year, and I feel like I want to translate that to this season. Just playing for everybody, just playing for the team and playing for the guy next to you. It was really important last year to help our success, and I want to bring that with us.
You guys have all talked about playing for the guy next to you, playing for the family. What does it mean to be a part of this family?
It means a lot.
Yeah, take your time. You can think about it.
I feel honored to be a part of the team. Honestly, it's like a family sort of, and it feels like, yeah.
No, that's a perfect answer. Specifically on the field, what do you guys have to do to just be a winning football team?
I feel like communication is really important. When playing for our kind of ball, we have to play really low and we have to play tough. You have to be tough. You're going to get scrapes and injuries, but you got to be able to play through that and be strong.
Talk about what it means to you being a senior and actually having a senior year when everyone was worried that football, who knows if high school football is going to continue. What does it mean to actually have the senior year for you?
I've watched the seniors every year, and I didn't realize how quick it would come. And I'm a senior now, so I really want to take every advantage I can to be as best as I can, make the team as best as we can, because it's my last year playing, and I really want to take advantage of that.
When you hang out the pads at the end of the year, regardless of what the season was, what's going to be a successful senior year for you? You can take your time.
Success. I think success can be defined as a lot of ways. Obviously, winning, but also setting small goals and achieving them and becoming better every single time, every practice, and every single week that we play. And for each team, even just setting a goal and achieving that.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
Thank you so much, man. So I'm going to start you off by saying and spelling your first and last name, give me your grade and your position, please.
All right, Luke Anderson, Lukeanderson. I'm a senior, class 2022, and I'm D-line.
Luke, kind of talk about last year, the perspective that it's really put on this year going into your senior year.
we have a high standard. You know, it's a brotherhood. You know, so we like to have fun, and yeah.
Regardless of having fun, what is it going to take for you guys, specifically on the field, to be successful?
You know, just playing as a team. We like to focus more on having fun, not necessarily winning. So yeah, but I mean, it all comes down to our practice, and if we practice good, then we play good. So.
Being a senior, what does it mean to be able to put on the pads and line up with the rest of these guys that you have here?
You know, it's an honor. We get to play as brothers together, so it's fun and it's great. We have fun, so yeah.
I know you hit on that you just want to have fun, but what's going to constitute a successful senior year when you hang out the pads?
Just taking one game at a time. So we try not to look at sectionals or regionals. We just take one game at a time. We focus on that game. We execute it well, and then we move on.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No, that's good.
All right, thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
All right, so start off by saying and spelling your first and last name, your grade, and your title, please.
My name's Noah Chu, Noahchew.
And then your grade and your position.
I'm a senior and I play O-line.
All right, all these players that I've talked to stress family, fun. What does it mean to be a senior with this group of guys that you guys have?
It means a lot because I didn't know if we would have this when I became a senior, and we really have a good brotherhood and friendship, and it means a lot.
What lessons are you really preaching to the younger guys that you and your group of seniors have been saying?
Try to participate in everything and soak up whatever you can, and it'll make you a better person by the time you're a senior.
What's going to need to happen for you guys to be successful, specifically talking about being on the field?
We're going to have to get better at our technique and execute our technique, and as long as we play together, the rest will take care of itself.
What's going to constitute a successful senior year for you?
Us playing one game at a time, doing the little things, and following our technique.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
All right, that's it. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Got it. All right, so start off by saying and spelling your first and last name. Give me your grade and your position, please.
All right, my name is Jackson Bradley, Jackson Bradley, and I'm a senior, and I play linebacker.
So it feels like there's a bunch of seniors on this Warsaw team. Kind of talk about the joy and the beauty that you guys have of having so much senior leadership.
It's a joy because if something happens to one, we have others to back up and help us out.
What does it mean to have so many players from different stories? We've had people who were worried that they weren't going to have a senior year. We've had people who have had to overcome injuries. Let's talk about the different backgrounds and different ways that it's going to help you guys.
Well, last season I tore my ACL, so it can be taken away at any point in time, and that it's just good to be able to know you have someone beside you to help you out.
Well, after tearing your ACL and everything, what does it mean that you actually get to play your senior year?
It means a lot because it just can be taken away so quickly, and you just don't know, day by day.
What specifically on the field do you guys have to do to be a winning football team?
Play as one, don't be selfish, if you, making tackles and all that.
What in your mind would constitute a successful senior year?
Saying that we did the best to win games, and if we lose in sectionals, just say we did the best we could.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right, so start off by saying and spelling your first and last name. Give me your position and your grade, please.
Inbinker, Aidenbinkerd, outside linebacker.
Grade.
Oh, senior.
Senior. Of course, we got that out in the
Yep.
front, so sorry about that. We talked a lot about the seniors. Is there a specific upperclassman or even lowerclassman that you're expecting to take that next leap to be the big bad senior coming up?
No, I think we're all we play together, work together. All the seniors work together. Obviously, some younger guys are gonna have to step up, do their job, especially guys playing varsity at the younger age. But together, we all play together.
Yeah, you guys talk about playing together.
Yep.
What does it mean to be lining up the pads with these group of guys that you guys have?
It's awesome. Lining up on the games, practices, scrimmages, lining up, seeing my teammate next to me, knowing that he's gonna do his job. I don't have to worry. I can trust him, put my trust in him. It's great.
I mean, you talked about the trust issue, but what is it, or the trust aspect of it? What are you guys going to have to do on the field specifically to be a winning football team?
To be a winning football team, obviously, like I said, we got to play together, take one game at a time. We got to do the little things right. We got to pay attention, give it all we have in practices, games, scrimmages. Practice like you play.
What's going to constitute a successful senior year when you hang out the pads at the end of the year?
Knowing that we gave it all we had. You don't know when it's going to end. You don't know when it's going to be your last practice, when it's going to be your last game. Just give it all you have. Give everything that you got. Knowing that you play for your brothers, your teammates beside you.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No, that's all.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
All right, so just look at me, ignore the camera. Start off by saying and spelling your first and last name. Give me your position and your grade, please.
Kyler Denny, Kyler-Denney, O-line, 12th grade.
12th grade, so senior. All right, so what is the offensive line going to have to do this year to be successful?
We just got to step up, execute. Just got to be there every play, hit them as hard as we can. Yep. It's do or die and ready to go.
4 years of growing up with these guys, and now it's your senior year. Kind of put that in perspective of how that feels for you.
Oh, yeah. These guys are definitely family. I'm with them more than I am my real family, pretty much. Always in the weight room, always practicing everything. So we're ready.
What at the end of the year is going to constitute a successful senior year for you?
Just keep on winning, leave it all on the field. That's pretty much it.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Just got to go. We got to go.
All right, thanks so much, man.
Yep, thank you.
Hey, Mike. Mike. This way.
So, Coach, start off by saying and spelling your first and last name.
Bart, B-A-R-T, Curtis, C-U-R-T-I-S.
Before we get into the stuff on the field, Coach, we were just talking a little bit about how you have such good kids and they had such good answers. Talk about what does that mean for you as a coach?
It means as much as anything we do in our program. And, you know, we won't know what kind of job we did as coaches until 5-10 years from now. These kids come back and stopping at the school, and they're productive citizens, fathers, husbands, and then at that point we can say, hey, we did a pretty good job with these kids, and we got a flock of them here today that fit that mold, hard workers.
Talk about the 14 seniors that you guys have, just the impact that they're having on the younger generation.
We actually have 17. It is a light class, but it is a class that has a great deal of character, I believe. Huge as far as community service. Our kids work at Baker Youth Club 2 days a week. They never say no to helping somebody in the community move or do yard work or whatever is needed. And they've just been a pleasant group to be around this summer.
During practices, are there any underclassmen that you've really seen that are going to step up in the near future?
Oh, yeah. We started 8 sophomores last year on defense. So Russ Winchester, Theo and Nick Catras, Jonathan Burrett, Trey Koontz, Zach Deeks, that's 6. I know I'm missing a couple. And then we got 2 defensive starters back that are here today, Luke Anderson and Inbinker. Connor Swissy and Jackson Bradley, I'm expecting some good things from. And I'm sure I forgot somebody, but we've got a nice group coming back. Kyle Schnackenberg was a sophomore last year and started a lot of games on the D-line. So we're going to be much better defensively.
Talk about what specifically on the field you need to do, both offensively and defensively, to be better this year.
Well, we gave up too many big plays last year. If you watch us, we were very methodical on offense and, kept our defense off the field. And then, we got to get some 3-and-outs or some 4-and-outs from the beginning of the year. And we got the ball thrown over our head a few times last year, but I think that'll be better this year.
Talk about how excited you are for this year. I mean, many people were worried we wouldn't even have it here last year, even this year for high school football. Talk about how excited you are for these kids to be able to play.
Well, it's exciting that we can prepare them. Last year we were a little bit behind getting started July 6th, so it was nice to be able to condition the kids in June, both physically, emotionally, and mentally, to get them ready to be coached in July. So we'll find out if that works.
Coach, you seem like someone who's very proud of their team. Talk about what's going to be a successful year for you and your football team.
2 things. Number 1, if we're playing our best football in November. And number 2 is if we're better as a group than we should be.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Love my wife.
It's a very good answer.
There you go.
We'll send that